Hey guys, Legoinator here, and today I'm reviewing one of the most highly anticipated movies of 2016, Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. Rogue One, A Star Wars Story is directed by Gareth, the same man behind Godzilla. This movie stars Felicity as Jyn Erso, Diego Luna as Cassian Andor, and Ben Mendelsohn as Director Krennic. This movie is set in the Star Wars universe and takes place between episodes 3 and 4 in the Star Wars timeline. Now the basic plot of this movie is all looks lost for the rebellion when they find out about the Empire's greatest weapon, the Death Star, the only hope an unwilling band of heroes from across the galaxy. These heroes are the rebellion's only shot to locate and extract the plans to this catastrophic weapon of the Empire. If they fail, so does the galaxy. Straight off the bat, let's talk about the characters and acting in this movie. All the acting is superb. All the actors deliver an amazing performance and I really buy them in their respective roles. The characters in this movie for me too are also really well developed. They're all solid characters who I feel like all have a reason for being there and all go through their own respective arcs that I really like. A couple standout characters for me are Jyn Erso, Director Krennic, Tudyk and K2SO. In Jyn Erso's case, she was of course the main protagonist, so she got the most screen time, and that screen time definitely helped flesh out her character. She was by far the most fleshed out character, and I definitely brought all her actions and emotions in this movie. And K2SO, he was definitely a massive standout for me. He was just so funny and he always had a quippy line when one was needed, but the lines weren't too overdone. Next up, the plot of Rogue One is really awesome. Now the plot is easy to follow, dense, and has a nice overarching arc. Out of the acts 1, 2, and 3, I'd say they are all superb, but I'd say that 3 is the best one. It's a great final act and has a couple awesome space battles that I can't get into the context of, but they are super awesome. Probably some of the best we've seen in all of Star Wars. Now, Act 1, it lacks a bit. Some of the scenes with a certain character feel a bit sluggish and a bit weird, but I'd say that Act 2 and Act 3 really pick up the movie. Overall, a great plot for Rogue One that really slots into the Star Wars universe, especially Episode 4, really nicely. Finally, the effects, cinematography and action in Rogue One are all flat out superb. The effects especially are just amazing. In a time when I thought special effects couldn't get any better, Rogue One just tops that. Plus, the use of special effects and practical effects really gives the movie sort of a level of realism that you don't get with modern blockbusters these days. Also, the cinematography in Rogue One really helps it fit in with 4, 5 and 6. It really feels like one of the original trilogy movies. It's amazing that all of this movie was shot on Earth, but it just looks so alien. The cinematography in this is probably some of the best we've seen all year. And of course, we can't forget the action. The action in Rogue One is some of the best action in any Star Wars movie ever, and that's saying something. Some of the dogfights with the TIE Fighters and X-Wings are just flat out amazing. Definitely, if you don't even like Star Wars, watch Rogue One for the action alone. Okay then, overall Rogue One is awesome and definitely worth your money. It is an amazing movie and Disney has knocked it out of the park again with another Star Wars movie. It fits into the Star Wars universe perfectly, especially the original trilogy. Overall, I'm going to give Rogue One on my scale of F to A++ and A++. So then, that brings me to the end of my review of Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. If you liked this video, please drop a like and also comment below what you thought of this movie on a scale of F to A++. And while you're at it, why don't you subscribe to this channel and also follow me on Twitter, Facebook and Google+. And if you're into this type of thing, why don't you check out this week's episode of the Super Gurus where we happen to be chatting this very movie, Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. We do a spoiler discussion and I think it's pretty good. Just me and my friend Finn just chatting the movie. Pretty awesome. Okay then guys, see you next week. Legoinator out. Bye.